so happy to be here with you. Has it not been a fabulous day? Did you go shopping today for your secret, let me see, what is it called? Anna Griffin members only. Was that not so fabulous? Oh, I had so much fun. Okay, so how is everybody doing? Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Yes, sometimes I'm early and sometimes I'm late, but I'm not too bad, right? Is it like 5 minutes? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your grace that you gave me because I'm 10 minutes late and I'm going to let it go, right? I have a hot mess working in this room, so I had to kind of clean it up a little bit. So how's everybody out there? It's Monday morning. I love Mondays because we get to reset and do stuff and get some fun stuff going, right? Let's make sure that we know the rules. If my internet dies, there'll be a part two. So just come back and see where I'm at. It'll be part two. I apologize for living in the middle of the boonies, and that's just kind of what I have to deal with. Hello, Joy. How are you? Hello, Paula. Hi, Dell. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for coming out. Hello, Miriam. Oh, all my crafty friends are here with us today. I am so thrilled to have you here. So thank you so much for coming out. This is Martha right here at Martha's Paper Crafting, and we do fun stuff with paper. My favorite jam is kind of like scrapbooking. If you like scrapbooking, you're in the right place. If you don't like scrapbooking, card making also happens here, okay? Don't worry about it. We also do cards. Alrighty. So today we are talking about 53 days till create, right? It's 53 days away. Can you imagine? I think that Anna Griffin said that she is shipping, did she say April 12th? I heard April 12th. I was kind of estimating our boxes, like we would be sitting there, like if we're in labor, checking our, tracking our box about April 15-ish. What do you think? She said April 12th. I heard that also, Rita. Yes. Hello, Leslie. How are you? So my estimate was April 15th. Yeah, that's what I was thinking also. So let me tell you, I have so much going on here. First of all, I have run out of countertop space. So I am now using an extra chair that I brought from the living room, okay? And I am using my Francesca. This is actually Francesca, and I'm using her as a tabletop. Okay, so find yours. I know you have it. We did this a while back. Remember, we did the little plastic with our running, I don't even remember what those tools are called anymore, but these little things right here. All of the flower borders that you have, you know you have 500 million like I do, and we need to start using them, okay? This is not archival area. We need to use what we have. So we need to find these things, okay? So I don't have any more room. So Francesca's helping me hold things up. And while she's here, let me show you what I have here. Okay, it is now time to start doing some traveling. Yes, we want to go and travel. We want to see each other. We want to be in the same room. So this is a traveling scrunchy suitcase protector thing, and it is in small. And here is the trick. You want to get the one with the zipper, and you want to get the extra little snap that goes across, okay? I will post it for you. I will tell you which one I got. It's kind of like, yeah, stretchy, really stretchy stuff. But this one fits really perfect, and I love her for Francesca. My Francesca got a little bit beat up when she went in the airport, like right here. Just barely. She got dirty, basically. So I need to get her cleaned up. But this works just beautifully. So that is going on there. Okay, she's going to be my tabletop right now. And then this area right here is my to-go department. So we can go somewhere, right? So we can travel. So I have to do a travel edition. We talked about everything you need in your room, right? What is essential? And let me tell you, I went through my list with what did we do Saturday? 3 hours of YouTube. I went through and took notes and sat down and looked at all of my supplies. And I think I made a Google Sheet. If somebody out there is a Google Sheet expert, please call me. I need help. So Google Sheet and I were, I don't know, 57 things down the list. I love it. Okay, so I need to kind of bring it all in so that you can kind of see what's going on. And I forgot a huge thing when we were talking about what we need. I didn't mention a paper trimmer. Like, I didn't mention a paper trimmer. So yeah, I know, craziness. So I have stuff here that needs to go with me and how I carry it when I go somewhere. So I know you guys want to see what my list is. I've kind of narrowed it down to this little situation. And like these little bags that are my foam adhesive little bags. I basically have a set that stays contained with Francesca. And then I have a set that's all over my desk because when I want to go somewhere, I want to go. And I don't want to sit there and try to pick out what I have on my desk that goes with me, is the rule. Okay, so we'll do that maybe sometime this week. I don't know when we're going to do the bonus edition on supplies. All right, so I'm letting you know what you need to get. The flowers, okay, these big border flowers. We are talking today about the foundations to your scrapbooking. If you want to love scrapbooking, the best thing to do is get your borders ready. Okay, it is the way to go and do it and have your page look fabulous. There is a secret sauce for it in my world. All of the borders look gorgeous, but I'm going to share with you what I love and how I create a border that goes crazy, goes crazy viral. Like, why does everybody love this other than it's gorgeous and pink, right? But there's a reasoning to the madness. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 layers and all the embellishments. Okay, and the journaling thing. Okay, it works all together. And I want to talk to you about it, and so that we can look through it. I pulled out some paper. I thought I was going to use Francesca, and I'm really loving Antique Botanicals, but I decided to pull out Paradise, because aren't we in Paradise already? Okay, so we have that. The other thing I want you to pull out is your paper trimmer, and I am trying out the new, is this cutter, what brand is this? Fiskars. It's the orange people, right? So I'm trying out this Fiskars. It is a scoreboard plus a paper trimmer, and it has punches right here, and it has these little rubbery things that you can do bows. And I like it because it is portable. Okay, you can fold it. Now it's still a little bit taller than my Martha Stewart, but look, Martha Stewart is not making them anymore. So we have to start converting into something. And I love the idea of the paper trimmer because Yvonne, my sweet friend, told me I'm not using mine correctly. Okay, she said, Martha, you need to start using like the numbers. I love it. You guys have to tell me when I am doing something wrong and you're not understanding. I'm here to learn with you. Okay, so I love it. Okay, so we have this one. And then I have gold and pink because you kind of don't know, but Paradise has the most beautiful colors of pink. So I thought we might need some pink and gold. Okay, now mind you, I'm letting you know what I'm pulling out. This is our base for what we're doing. Okay, I can't just put it together all super fast like I usually do. I want you to learn and see what I'm using. Okay, now this is my other secret sauce that I have had. I don't know how long it has been in my world, but it says Anna Griffin folders, the fancy folds, the anniversary folders. That's what I call mine. And I know that there are all kind of different folders. Okay, the pleated diagonal one like this, love it. Love it. This works really pretty for fancy, for Paradise because it looks like a wave. Box pleat is my go-to. I love a box pleat. The big fat rosette, I rarely use that one. And then there's the starburst that I just absolutely love, this little starburst one. Then the little mini rosette maker. You've got to love a rosette maker, right? And then the smock, right? The smock Am I saying this correctly? Where's Donna McPherson at? I think that's the smock, yes. The smock is perfect if you want to do something around in a circle. It naturally takes you to a circle. To me, I think skirt, okay? And then there's the fancy rosette that tucks in, the fancy folded rosette, okay? And then you have the one that is just diagonal going in different directions. Now, I think it's this one that makes the most beautiful corner, like statement corner pieces, okay? I call them little airplanes, but if you put them just right on your corners of your page, it makes a corner. It is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this is what I use. This is my base layer, okay? So when I do a page, I'm going back to the one that we just did right here. My favorite thing in the whole world to do is to gut the window. Gut the window out, okay? I love to gut the window out because then that same little paper can be used over here as a mat. Like that is my favorite thing to do, especially for a title page or an end cap page, because then I can do this little faux fillet right here. And that just makes it look really professional. It makes it look like it belongs in a museum on the wall because it has that perfect little matting. And I cannot cut a fillet to save my life unless I'm sitting next to Eve Young, and Eve will make it for me. Right, Eve? But that is my base. This is what I do as a base all the time. I probably have 500 of these in books all over the place. Okay. And then you put the top one. The top one is just going to be a tiny slither. So you are now turning this top page into 11.75 square. Okay. Then you get that little bitty fillet when you gut the window out at 1 inch. Okay. You're following me? Okay. I'm glad you're doing that. Now let's find something pretty on my table to cut and to find some papers, because we're just basically recreating this because this follows my secret sauce. Yes. Okay. So let's play with that. And like I'm telling you, I have lost control of my space. I just don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. It's just too much. Okay. I'm bringing my little camera, which is my phone. Hello, the anniversary paper tricks. Yes, I love those things. And I was looking for them before so that you guys have a spot to shop, and I couldn't find them. So my apologies. Okay, and then the other thing, whoops, lacy things. Now, I call these lacy things, but any border that has little holes in it, to me, is a lacy thing. Okay, I think this is part 3. There's another one here. Right here, okay? There's 6 of them that go together. And then we have 4 brand new ones, but they're not so lacy, okay? The 4 brand new ones that we just did, these are the Grand and the Royal. And if I go live on an island by myself and never come back, I need to take these with me. I need to take my fancy folds with me, and I need to take those Eve concentric dies because they come in every size known to mankind. Yes, and then a whole bunch of paper. Okay, so you guys got that. Okay, what we normally use when we're doing a border, and this is a compound extreme border class. Okay, this is not just your everyday border that we're working on. And then, of course, I already showed you the gold. Let's go find some beautiful paper. I'm moving my desk down, my camera down to you while I read everybody's comments. And let's see what we have here. And I know this is when I kind of start losing. I'm going to take the camera off. Hold on. And I get to flip you guys around. I know. As soon as I figure that out, babies, you guys just don't know how busy my little world is. And thankfully, I am so happy that my world is happy and busy, and there's things going on all the time, and there's children coming and going, and there's neighbors that need assistance. I am here for that. Okay, so let's see if we go up a little bit more. I want you to make sure you can see everything because I end up working like right here, you see? And you can't see me there yet. Right here. Yeah. That's like my, you know, I have this big monster table, but then I end up on the bottom. Let's move the keyboard out of the way. All right, so we have our dies, we have our fancy folds, we have our lovely new paper trimmer. It's really nice. It's kind of compact. It's shorter this way vertical than the Tim Holtz. The Tim Holtz one is just too tall for me. It doesn't fit in anywhere I go. So, yeah, what am I going to do? Okay, if we are following this rule, I like to start with the paper, which is your base layer, okay? You want to start with your base so that you can, you know, go from there. If you want to pick out pictures that, I mean, photos or whatever that go with it, that's wonderful. But I start with the base of things. And my normal is something a little bit muted and something a little bit loud, you know, something a little bit, you know, it just depends on what I'm feeling and how things are going for me. I'm thinking this would be a really gorgeous box pleat. Can you see that? I mean, that's just made for box pleating, but look at that loveliness. Okay, so let's see, maybe we'll do that one. I love, love, love this. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet. Do you see those two? Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. And then maybe this one as the border. Maybe this one as our fancy border. Do you see how that just, you kind of have to play around with it. I think maybe this one might be better. I'm looking for more blues. If you wanted a little pop here, colors, pinks. What is on this side? I think that one might be better. You know, this one is too much green. Do you see? You have your colors here, right? We're doing a tonal world, right? This is light, this is dark, this is going to be also darker, and then your bright pinks. When you're doing your 60-30-10 rule and picking your papers, you can see 60, if not 90 of this is the gorgeous turquoise, green, teal, whatever color number name you want to call it. Where is Annie Pence? She always knows exactly what color I'm thinking about. So that teal is going to be the big bomb of it. And then you want to go do something that contrasts that, right? Which is this lighter one, okay? And then you want a little bit of 10%, which is going to be that little pink, okay? If you go back and look at this one, that is what I did here. You see the little tiny white, you see the pink, and you see the next pink. That's basically the same recipe, okay? Different paper. Oh, love it. And this one I'm going to maybe. I don't know. I'm going to maybe it. So we're putting it over here. And I do not have any, I think I might have borders. Okay, so now, oh, I have this one underneath. Oh, let's put that on the side. Okay, and which one goes where? I don't know which one goes where. I'm kind of thinking that I need that little pop of pink as my 10%, okay? And so I'm going to go and trim this. Now, to do my favorite thing, which is the window, it's a 1-inch window, and this is new to me, so, and I haven't even marked the inches here. I usually get a little Sharpie and I mark my inches. And then here's the cutter, so you go 1 inch there. Okay, so I'm gonna start where my cutter is right, the piercing element is right at that X. So I'm going in 1 inch. Over here it's at 12, so you have to kind of measure. Am I in the right picture? Can you guys see? Yeah. So I'm moving over to the 11 on this part. And you want to stay straight, and I usually kind of put my fingernails in the little ridge here, and I'm able to hold that. God, that would be nice if it was magnet. Okay, pushing down. and I'm going down to 11. That gives me 1 inch. And you turn clockwise or counter. You just have to do it the same way all the time. And it's important for you to stay right on the same edge. And then I'm pressing at the 11 and I'm going up to the 1. Yeah, my math is not staying on my glass. There we go. Okay, now we're going to turn it again. Now you can also do 1/2 inch on this, but then you're really cutting yourself a short amount to do your gluing to it and adding your adhesive and all that lovely stuff, okay? And this is cutting really nice, I have to say. Fiskars, I mean, I guess Fiskars is the scissor people, so we should love them. And I didn't look to see if this was already a 12-inch paper. You know, sometimes I will get a piece of paper and trim it. So let's see, where's my glue, my ruler. Oh, I ordered some rulers. Have you guys gotten rulers from, oh, what's the name of the company? Misty 12? Sometimes I take a little trim off of something. Yeah, it's 12 by 12. I just wanted to confirm. Anyway, I ordered those rulers because they look fabulous. They're, I'll show you guys when I get them. Because I have ruler issues, but I am really kind of appreciating that they put every single mark on this ruler up here on top. That's looking really helpful. Okay, so you have to know where your, on this little trimmer, okay, where that cutting tool is at. Okay, so you see, this part comes out. Now, if I wanted to do this one on the top, I kind of think I want to do this one on the top because it's muted. And you see, I just want to have a little bit more. You know, if I do a tiny little 1/8 of an inch fillet, then I'm barely going to see that pink. So I'm going to do more, and I'm going to cut off. Let's try 1/4. Okay, let's try 1/4 off of each side. And here is 12. And so if I go to 1/4, that means this end of it is at 11 3/4. Okay. Okay, there. I think this is going to be just a little bit too small for me. I might want to go a little bit bigger. But, you know, you can go bigger, but not smaller. So let's start with the small. Okay. Now, oh, I think I like that. You see, there's enough of that pink going on the edges that I'm happy with, okay? See how that's going? Hey, Leslie, how are you? Perfect for people who can't make a straight line. Yeah, me. That's me. Okay, so now the next trick to this whole world is a foam dots. Okay, and I have all, I went through, like I am telling you guys, I went through so much stuff. Okay, trying to get ready to travel with my scrap room, and I realized that I'm not using this great big huge fat one. So let's try to use that. I ordered some more of the 1/8. And remember, if you're kind to both sides of your paper, you can use the other side also. Our paper is now, woo, on the pricey side. So we want to use both sides. Why would you cover that up? Why would you cover that up, right? Okay, so basically here's our first lesson, right? We We are working with Paradise, and I'm not here tomorrow, but we might have to do part 2 on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It'll be in the afternoon. It'll be again like 3 o'clock like we did today. But please, my loves, subscribe. Please subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up. I would so appreciate it. Come visit me in a Zoom class. Come meet your besties. Really, we are there ready to chit chat with you. Oh my gosh, we are doing 8 scrapbook classes, pages, 8 pages, like in 2 weeks. Is everybody done their homework? Are you ready? Let's see, where's Alice? Alice is always ready. And Patty. Patty's another one that's always ready. Pamela Densmore, she's been ready for weeks. Yep. Okay, here is my foam tape. That amount of foam tape is just enough to give me a little bit of dimension, and I am going to tell you that is 1/16. It's tiny. It's a tiny amount. Okay, let me read instructions here. Read people while we're talking. Hello, Paula. Oh, awesome. Paula, the anniversary dies are available. Oh, that's nice to know. Oh, that is perfection. Okay, so now this one is going to be right on top. Okay, you see? Now, for me, I do not stay straight. So therefore, I have to do a little trick that we do with our foam tape. Okay, and you're going to pull this little piece out and pull this little piece out. Okay, just like that. And then I kind of decide where it's going to sit. And let me tell you, this foam tape is sticky. So please know where you want to sit before, because I don't think it's coming back up. Like, it is down. It might come back up if you make a hot mess. Like, I've done that before. Don't worry about it. Okay, there we go. So, foam tape. I find mine on Amazon. This one, oh, look how pretty that is. I like that. Now we're going to take a little bit of this one out right here. I think actually this is my leftover foam tape from Anna Griffin. The one that I bought on Amazon is the 1/8 because I really use a lot of the 1/8, so I kind of have to refill mine with the Amazon one. I just use more than one than the other. Okay, so now we pull this one. Gentle with the tape and a vertical pull, and you'll be able to get it all out without breaking the adhesive protective strip. Okay, now here we go. Am I still with you? Oh, thank goodness. Saturday we were having like a windstorm in Texas, so yeah, it was bad. My internet kept going cuckoo. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I like it there, and now we just kind of pull, and you're pulling and pressing at the same time. Cheryl, they were recently a daily drop. Yes, the daily drop thing is fabulous. I am loving seeing a little discount on a daily basis because, we want to, everybody has a wish list. And my wish list has gotten very small, which means I'm shopping too much. Okay, here is the top. And to me, the little seashell has to be sitting down, right? So this is going to be the top portion for me. So that means that my little shells on this side are going in the wrong direction, or, for me. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, here we have this. But for you, don't do as I do. Take a look at where you want them to sit. Okay. If you want them to stand up, we should have matched the two up before. Okay. Now we want to think about what we want to use next. And I'm liking that one, but I'm really liking this one also. But then that would be way too much. You have to have a third piece. Okay. You can't just go. I'm looking at which one we're going to use for our border. You can go pink. You see that? That'll really, you know that I'm a pink of lovers of pinks. What's on the other side? Nope. Nope, nope. That one just really, that would also be really pretty with the new dye that we just got, right? Lime green, I don't think lime green, that's just a different tone. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. I think I like that one. And let's move this out of the way. So on this side, I want to take something from here and do a paper trick, okay? So from here, we want to use a paper trick, and my absolute favorite is the box pleat. But you guys know that. So let's go do it real quick. You guys know that that is my go-to. And just for fun, I think it should be like a belt. You know, I don't know. I feel like it should be a paper trim belt of some sort. That's what I'm seeing. You know what would be good is the, here is where my brain starts to work and I can't talk at the same time. Okay, but when I say belt, I love this one right here. You see, that one is just like the natural belly band of all things. I'm looking at the ones that would work for, the paper is kind of circular. I love the little flower one also. And of course the tassels, you can't go wrong with tassels. So again, we're coming back over here and we're gonna paper trick this baby. And I'm thinking how I'm going to do it. Okay. We're going to use the box pleat. Let's see, smock. Let's pull one of these babies out. I'm not going there. Let me see, where is my paper at? Where did it go? It went over here. And I'm kind of feeling a little bit of vellum. Okay, like I'm kind of feeling a little vellum. So I have these two pieces, and I kind of think that that should be a little vellum for the base. Okay. I'm feeling that we should have a little water inspiration of stuff. Oh my gosh, I spent hours cleaning my plates. Oh my goodness, my plates are so clean. You can eat off of them, okay? I am not kidding you. I'm so proud of myself. Maintenance, that was also on my list of what you do with all your tools. So, I don't know if I want this one. Where did the other ones go? I just put them away. I can't think what that one. You know, you can use two of them. You don't have to use just one. Mind you, don't think that I'm just going to, you know, put myself and say, oh, I can't use more than one. Okay. Very challenging to use two pieces of vellum at the same time because they slip in between each other, but we're going to try anyway. So I'm taking these little pieces right here and holding. And we're just about at the halfway mark, 3:30, right? So come back and visit me. Please subscribe. Please leave me a thumbs up, my sweet people. And come visit me on Zoom. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. I won't be able to do this anymore on the mini. I'll have to cut that paper down before I cut it through because it's not that big, right? So I was thinking about that. Or you fold it under or something. I can't wait to get it. But yeah, my Elite is on its last leg, so I'm happy to get a new one. Do you hear that funky noise in there? It says, "No mas, woman, you crazy." Oh, I think it's spinning on me. Look, you see, that's what happens. So, right there, it moved. But the rest of it is okay. And look at all these gorgeous little pieces you get right here. Sometimes if you don't want it to move also, the trick is to not just tape it together, but tape it to your magnet plate, okay? So now we have this lovely thing that we can clean. Okay, so the 21st March is coming up. Oh, look how pretty. And it is going to be our March Madness class. Oh, so pretty. I thought I was going to get all this junk out of it. But it's coming out quite easily. Have you guys gone to Lowe's yet? Has anybody gone to Lowe's? I have to go tomorrow. I'm gonna have to ask Donna and Anna to go maybe before I get there. Lowe's has these cute little 0.4 ounce little buckets that would make the cutest little trash cans for our scrapbook rooms. You know the 5-gallon buckets that they use? Yep. Okay. Now you put this down, and I think I want to have it. I don't know how I want to have it. I have to think about it here. Now we need to do some gold. Let's go get some gold. Doing the same thing, but I never, ever, ever try to do gold together because, or double it up. It has never, ever worked for me. So I do gold one at a time. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one in gold. And I do hold them together, but it's just, you know, it moves. They're the Lowe's buckets. Anna, Donna, go to, well, you have to go online and reserve them. I understand you can only buy 5 at a time. They're like $2 for a little cup that it looks just like the Lowe's bucket. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Is anybody else a DIYer that knows? Anyway, the point being, they are the same color, I think, of our Create box. I really think they're very close to the same color as our Create box. So I want a little bucket to go with our Create box. That's my point. Okay. Now I think we need one more. And yes, look, it got all funky in there because I didn't put it in there correctly. Okay, so you guys have homework. You've got all of these lovely things to cut before we meet again. I think on Wednesday or Thursday when I'm in the afternoon with you, we're going to go over the supply list of tools that, you know, that I love for Create. Because it's time to start looking at all our Create stuff. Okay, you need to get your room cleaned up. It is time to start doing that. I hope that you are with me. I hope you already have a ticket. I hope you're using my Anna Griffin affiliate link. Thank you so much. You have, I think, Leslie, these are my original, I think these are the original paper tricks also. And look at all this gorgeous trash you make. Is that not so pretty? Okay, look at that gorgeous trash. Gorgeousness, gorgeousness. Look how pretty that really makes it pop out. Okay, anyway, I digress in my plan. When I start like just designing like this, I really, my brain starts to just run all over the place. You've got to kind of pull me back, or I pull myself back. Okay, let's see who all is here with me. Let me go up to the top. Hi, Cheryl from Virginia. How are you? Hi, Paula in Pennsylvania. Oh, no. Yes, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, huh? Is it still cold out there? I have the AC going here. Okay. Look how pretty. Okay, now my favorite thing to do with this specific die is to cut it in half like a hot dog, because it will give you such beautiful stuff. But I think this one is working as a background for our, yeah, our dies here. Okay, so I think it would be best to have it, you know, don't know yet. We have to kind of play around with it and see how you want to fluff it up. I might even, oh, that's where it cut. But well, don't worry about this part. Look, I'll show you. It slipped, so I cut off 2 of the little nips, or 3 of the little nips here on these little hearts. It's okay. That's just a spot that maybe you're going to make sure that you put maybe the journaling tag on that spot. Don't get all upset about it. It will be perfectly okay. I feel like it should go every other. And I'm kind of feeling a ruffle. What do you guys feel like? A ruffle? You know, I love a ruffle. But I think if I show you a ruffle, we should start with like a basic ruffle with just paper, and not this one with already a vellum and a ruffle. But I think that's what we're doing. I know. And do you see how beautiful this one is? You can do the same trick with the paper in the middle of the ribbon, with the little ribbon in there. Okay, so this I'm working on. I'm thinking I might fussy cut this a little bit before we do something to it. Paper trick it. I don't know. I don't know. It might be what we're working on. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? And Dell, it's 7 degrees for you. Holy moly, that's beautiful. And then the inside of this was, I don't want to lose it. Where are we at? You know, I kind of like this one also. Let's cut it. Where's my paper trimmer? I don't know. Oh, it's underneath. I don't know what I'm looking for. Where's my paper trimmer? I love this. And I'm cutting it right there on the very edge so that we can straighten it back up. Yeah, it's sliding off my glass mat, but that's okay. I like to have this as a little bit of illusion, okay, so of water. I'm not sure where we're going with it yet, but I want to show you what the possibilities of this are, and I'm going to get my go-to for what I call water. This one to me is the water one. So let's plan on meeting here Wednesday at 3 o'clock. If I can figure out that to be here Wednesday at 3 o'clock with you. We'll do Wednesday and continue building this up. And I want to get 2 of them out of here. I think would be really pretty. And you know, this is why I don't like washi tape, because it tears like where it's not supposed to tear, and then I can never find it again. Then I have to come in here and do that thing you do with paper that you can't find. You see? So, okay, let's see. Leslie's here. Hey, Candy, how are you? Are you back at work yet? Or we were talking about that. You see, here it is, right there. It tore. I just kind of take that for granted that, my washi tape is just not the best in the world, and I kind of just have to go with it because I can't freak out if it starts to tear um, in the wrong spots. I mean, it's not possible. And I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to get another little piece and see if we can really tape this down so that we don't lose it. And this one is the one that I see as water. I think it's an iron gate somewhere in Paris. I'm sure that's what it is. And we're going to run it, and you're going to see the difference of all of these lovelies. And what we have here going on is a whole bunch of different borders, okay? I have the right to change my mind when I'm sitting here designing. If I don't like the way it's going, I can change it up. And it's also twisting in here, so, but not too bad. Look, it cut off the bottom, which is not bad at all. Okay, here is this part. Look how gorgeous that is. And I don't know why, but do you guys also see water? And I kind of think I would like to use it like that, and also some gold. So let's move it this way and put it together. And close this baby up. Oh, got all my layers wrong. Oh, thank goodness. I think the AC just finally kicked in. Okay, so what did I buy today? I bought 2 packs of paper. I bought the Salon Nouveau because that is one of my favorite collections, and I don't have very much of it left. So I did buy a new kit, and I never had the box that goes to it. The box that goes to it, I never had. So then the other one was the brand new paper. What did she call it? The Garden of something. That one, I bought that one, and that was it. That was all she rang, and she was ringing hot. Oh my goodness, right? But you have to know this is not a hobby for the weak at heart or the weak at the credit cards. We do what we do, and we love our products. And sometimes you just have to not get everything, and sometimes you have to go overboard and get it all. But not today. Well, I think because I had everything else. All the old dies I had, but you girls that are brand new at this, ooh, you're in trouble because the opulent dies, oh my gosh, those are so gorgeous. I think there's a version of like every day, and then there's a version of Christmas, and I don't know which one I have, but I'll be happy with whichever one I have. Okay, I'm keeping and holding on to these little pieces because I don't think I have very much of it, and maybe I want to put a little border, or maybe I want to use a little tiny leaf in my embellishment. Okay, using your material texture over and over in your album helps you to create a continuous, beautiful, formatted, designer looking type of paper. The entire album looks pretty, okay? So I said I was thinking about doing these into little waves. So I'm thinking like this, okay? Do you see how that's working? And we may not need all of them. And since that one's a boo-boo, we'll just put it at the bottom. Okay. I'm not doing very well on here. Let's get some of this glued to each other. Let's see. The vellum is really hard to use temporary adhesive with. So if I move it a little bit off center, And what I have used also for this to give it that more wavy look is I have clipped off that little uh, end of it, the little leaf on the very top, this little thing. I have gone in and just kind of trimmed it off to give it more of a wave look in my book. Okay, so now this one I kind of think I want this way. So this one is the one in the middle right there. And then you want the next one kind of off-centered and start it with this one here. And we're bringing this down. Okay, but then it's going to look exactly like that one, and we don't want that, so we have to move it this way. Okay, and playing around with this is how you get what you really want. And this is just your base, okay? This is just your lovely base. So there we go, and I have extra for next time. And I am looking at embellishments. Let's see what Francesca is holding for us. Let's add a little floral something something to this, which is the very first one that has waves on it. You see how that kind of holds it together? And then this little pink part could be tucked out from the bottom. I'm kind of liking that. Okay, I know I'm going to fussy cut this into strips. I know. So we're going to do our homework. Okay, we're right at 4 o'clock, so we're going to take a little break and come back and continue this on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Let me take a look and see where we're at. Let me take this off and see if I forgot anything of... Hello, how are you? Okay, so what did you think? You're learning a lot. You're learning all about this loveliness of borders and texture and how to work with your paper, and that Martha does not know how to handle a camera. There we go. The lens is right there. Okay, sweeties. Okay, so the big one, of course, is that you were doing your window. That gutting of the window is just perfection, okay? We picked out paper that would work for you, okay? We're bringing that little pink in, okay? And then we changed our mind. We did 2 different kinds of vellum. I'm really liking that vellum over that pink. I don't know yet. I'm going to sleep on it. But I kind of think I want to fussy cut this. Okay, it really is calling my name to fussy cut. And I'll tell you why. Because it's so easy. Like, it's so easy. So we can come in here and fussy cut this. And I'm kind of thinking that is something we're going to have to try to do. But I don't know yet. Because we'll have to wait until Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday, 3 o'clock. Come meet me here. I'm doing real work in the mornings. Okay, so let's go over the little things that you need to do. You need to pick out some paper. Okay, you need to pick out your papers. You know the 60-30 rule, right? You're looking for some flowers in your border collection. Okay, I just picked up the very first one that had the pinks because I know that it'll be okay to work with this. It doesn't even matter that it's seashells or not. It doesn't matter. It's beautiful. Don't worry about it, okay? And I have these little waves kind of working, okay? My brain is already working on the waves. I'm kind of thinking that what we have to do is different colors of vellum. What do you think? Maybe some white vellum or maybe some silver vellum. You know, I'm thinking of the ocean and what is in the ocean, okay? So I'm kind of thinking of that to kind of give it a little creation. You kind of take my ideas and just kind of run with it, okay? Don't think that what I'm doing you have to do. Just, you know, think about it and see what you have going on. Okay, so that is the next thing. And then we have to, you know, the pink is going to be your pop of color, and we already have some gold trim that we're using that's going to kind of brighten it up and make it really fun. Okay, and then we're going to learn on Wednesday how to anchor down our frames, the main frame that goes inside. Maybe we just do the border. It's just you just kind of have to work with me. Thank you so much for giving me that grace. Remember, give yourself grace, and meet me back here Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.